So good morning, welcome back to another video. Now it's early morning and I've come out today to target some squid on my lure rod. Now we're very early in the season, however there are a couple of squid being caught at the moment, so I thought I'd get out this morning, fish over high water and see if we can find one or two. Now since it is very early in the season, I haven't stocked myself up on squid lures yet. It's something I've been thinking about for, well, a couple of weeks now. As we're coming into October, it's normally a good time to start squid fishing. However, I've not managed to get any lures. I do have 5 or 6 left over from last season. So last night I decided to knock up a couple of rigs. Now I'm just using like a double shot dropper loop rig. So I'm going to have one small lure on the top, one larger lure on the bottom. There is a video on my channel about how to make those rigs, so if you're interested in finding that, that's on my channel already. I've got my little squid lure box here, and like I said, I've only got a few with me. I've got half a dozen lures, 2 big ones, 3 small ones, so I'll be putting those onto the rod and I'm going to start fishing straight away. Now hopefully we can find 1 or 2, depending on how it goes and what sort of size they are. If we do find any, I may do a little cook up afterwards, or I may just keep some for bait. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've just got down here, it's 5 AM in the morning. I've got about an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 of darkness to fish, so hopefully we can find a few. Now this is the rod I'm going to be using today. This is just a 7-foot spinning rod. It's a Penn conflict. It's an inshore bass rod, throws up to 50 grams. And on there I've got a size 4000 Shimano Nasky, 22-pound braid. I've got my rig tied up here, and we'll get a couple of lures on there. We're going to chuck them down here, hopefully find some squid. So I think I'm going to start with pink and orange at the bottom, and I remember orange and pink doing really well last year, so I'm going to go for a bright orange at the top and the pink at the bottom. So let's get this unclipped. Basically all the rig is, I've actually used 30-pound amnesia for it this time. I've got a little lure clip at the bottom there, or any kind of little link clip, a barrel swivel clip there. I think that's a 12-gram little bullet weight. I've got a bead there just to protect the knot. These are fluorescent little rubber stoppers to stop that weight moving up and down the line, and then all you can do is shine your head torch onto these and these will glow up in the dark. So the rig comes up like that, and then here I've just got a dropper loop which the top lure will go on to, and then I've got a swivel connected to my main line. So all we do is pop that through there just like that, and then put the lure through the loop, pull that tight, and that's your top lure connected. Clip our bottom lure on, get these under the head torch, glow them up, and then we're ready to go. They can probably hear it's quite windy this morning. Wind's actually coming in here quite a little bit, but I'm hoping it's not going to cause too much hassle. Now all I'm doing is letting the lure sink to the bottom, and then just give it a slow retrieve up, see if anything takes. Then as I get the lures closer to the surface, I'll drop them back down again if I've had no hits. Just cover this area here, see how we go. Well, that didn't take long. 3rd drop, I'm into something here. It's not big. And that was really tight to the bottom. The reason why it was tight to the bottom, because it's a bit of weed. False alarm. Right, next drop down, and this time I think I actually could be into something. If I am, it's small. Yep, we've got a little squid. They're going to stay on there. Oh, he's only just on. And there we go. That right there is the first squid of the season. So, first squid of the year. That's only a tiny one. Let's get that off. But nice size bait that, and a brilliant eating size, so get that in the bucket and hopefully we can find a couple more. So first one down, just a little baby. Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to tend to see the smaller ones come in first, and it is still very well, I say very early, it's relatively early, so they're not showing in any major numbers yet, not that I know of anyway. But anything's welcome tonight. Couple to keep, to eat maybe, and I've been doing a bit of ray fishing lately, so if I can get a few for a bit of bait, that'll be ideal. We got another one. I couldn't tell if that was a bit of weed or squid at first, but fortunately, well, I don't know if the camera was recording then, but another little squid down. Couldn't tell if that was a bit of weed at first. That literally hit as soon as it got to the bottom. So another one bites the dust. Just moving up and down the pier here. So this one I had right in the corner here. The first one I had was over the other side, sort of more into the harbour. So it's good just to move about. But both of those have been tight to the bottom. So it is a bit of a risky game every now and then. You will get snagged up. Now what you can do is just hover the lures just above the seabed, because you will pick up cuttlefish as well. And I'll happily take some cuttlefish. Makes a great bait. But the cuttlefish will be really tight to the bottom generally. Sometimes they will follow the lure up. And the squid will do that as well. So if you see them follow the lure up to the surface, just stop the lure or even drop it back down. And a lot of the time they will go for it. So it's all just about playing around really. Squid fishing is very easy. I'd say it's probably one of the most relaxing type of fishing as well. Fishing can get a bit hectic sometimes. You're always doing something, preparing something. Squid fishing is relatively relaxing and easy to do, so anyone can do it. Now another thing a lot of people tend to do is have a very bright light shining on the water. Now what this does is it attracts all the bait fish up, which therefore attracts all the squid in, and then you target that area and that's where you'll be picking up the squid. But yeah, this particular venue, I mean, as you can see down here, it's all pretty lit up anyway, so there's no real need to bring a light with you. Now if you're fishing off the end of the breakwater, obviously it's pitch black out there, so not that you need a light, you don't always need one, but it can be helpful sometimes if you want to attract all those bait fish in. Then you'll increase your chances of hooking up to a squid. It can also be quite interesting as well, because you'll literally see all the bait fish down below you. All the garfish will come in and all kinds of things. Well, you can probably see in the background there, getting to daylight now, so not going to have long left. Probably just going to give it another 15 or 20 minutes. Had those two at the start, and since then it's been utterly dead. I've been moving around the whole pier, but absolutely nothing else. Well, I literally just changed the colour of my lures because it was so quiet. I've dropped back down, and on the first cast with some different colours on, I'm into something. Now, is this a squid or a cuttle? Looks like a squid. That's a lot nicer size as well. Ah, he's come off. Bugger. That was a decent squid, that. That was a good foot or foot and a half long. Oh, gutted. That was a nice one. Nice to see a bigger one, that's for sure. I got that all the way to the surface and it gave a few tugs and it's come off. Oh no. It's been absolutely dead. So I just thought, rather than just pack up and go, it's worth changing colours, see if that helps. That's a nicer squid. Now, is this one going to stay on? Please, please stay on there. Come on. There we go. There we are. That's more like it. That's a nice size squid, that. Happy days. So there we go. Finally got a better one. That's a nice size squid, that. Probably about a foot long in total. But I lost another. So my battery just died there, but there we go. That's a nice squid, that. Lovely little squid. Perfect eating size. Perfect bait size. So I'm going to give it a few more drops before I leave. It's pretty much coming to daylight now. First light, as you can probably see. But in the last sort of 3 or 4 drops, I've lost that one and just hooked up a bigger one. So it's definitely worth staying for a little bit longer. So back at the car now. That's going to do it for this morning. As you can see, it's proper daylight now. Now, it wasn't too bad to say. That was the first session of the year. Yeah, 3 squid, 2 little small ones and 1 slightly bigger one. So quite happy about that. Lost a slightly bigger one as well, which is a bit of a shame, but managed to get it all the way to the surface, but it gave a couple pull downs and slipped off. So yeah, a bit unfortunate, but oh well, these things happen. But good fun to get out for an hour and a half. I was a bit late really. I didn't get here till 5 and it starts getting light at about 6:30, so it actually went really quickly. But yeah, still fun to get out, hook into a couple of squids. So I'm going to keep the 2 small ones for bait, and I may eat the bigger one. If not, I'll freeze it down and I'll use that for some fishing over the next couple of months. But I'm going to be out doing some more squid fishing. As we get into the season, it should pick up and we should hopefully see some bigger squid. Yeah, to catch some nice big ones would be good this year. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get out, do that, and catch a few more. So anyway, it's just going to be a short video, first squid session of the year. Not a blinder, but it's been fun nonetheless. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one.